Good morning. I have been doing some reading, like I always do, but I found some fun thoughts, and I'm going to see if I can put them forth in some sort of good content for you today. But I titled this The Way Open. It's a Quaker thought that when change comes, you can either look at the way closed or you can look at the way open. And I like to think that I always find the way open. Do I have some of those fleeting way closed thoughts go through my mind? Oh my gosh, yes. But we're going to talk about the way open. So I'm Marla Copal. You can always get a hold of me at successwithmarla.com, set a time to talk so that I can help you understand the strategies that you might need to put into place to grow your home-based business. So I focus a lot on helping people with their sales skills and their marketing strategy. I consistently run into people who are always saying, I don't do sales. That's yucky. But if I go look at their profile, what I see is a lot of spam. What do I mean by spam? They're pitching their product. Well, if you really think about it, think of a pitcher at a ball game. And let's take that post that someone just made, and let's imagine it's a billboard or a sign in the yard. And you're trying to pitch from behind that sign to get the ball out. You have no control. You're hiding. Your product is not your value. You are your value. Somewhere along the line years ago, people talked about we needed confidence, we needed this. But Napoleon Hill hit the nail on the head with the hammer when he said you have to sell you. You sell you through your whole life. And I've always understood that on some level, and I know that. And when I forget that I'm selling me is when I have tough times, when I see the way closed. When I see the way open, I know that, hey, I got some good stuff. Not everybody's going to like my good stuff, but I got good stuff. So I'm here to say all of you have good stuff. But what you may not know is how to package it. So the way open is you saying, how do I quit hiding? That's step one. Hiding is a way closed. You don't have to be normal to be successful. You have to be you. And the only thing you have to take with you, the one skill of the trade when you're building a business, is always to be able to sell yourself. And so I feel that a lot of people sometimes are they're still hiding. They don't know it, and they don't know why their business isn't working. So I've been listening to people who talk about building their legacies, building empires. Well, I get those words. I don't know that if that happens, though, that'll happen because I know how to sell myself. And I love to share with others how to sell themselves. So I ran a sales class last weekend, and I realized that you can learn a lot of skills, but if you still haven't worked on that simple concept of you are always selling yourself, you are what you are marketing. People buy from you the stuff you have because they like and trust you. And then they have you have some credibility with them, and they listen better about your product. So you have to sell you first. So I'm going to have it posted, but I want you to all put out on your calendars to hold the dates of March 29th through April 2nd. We're going to do a 5-day challenge on selling you. And that's it. You're going to learn to sell you. You're going to look at all those things that it takes to sell you. First of all, you got to have some conviction. And then there's some persistence that comes into this, and some belief and some vision and some discipline. But we're going to take a look at things that you've forgotten about yourself, your talents, your assets, because maybe you've been formalized into living your life in a job resume or a job description. And you need to poke those old thoughts and open them up into, wow, if I take a look at this experience, it translates into, I can do this. If I take this experience, it translates into, I can do this. So listen, if you've been a public figure, you've been out talking to people your whole life, all you have to do is to tune up your conversation. You don't have to throw out any bathwater. You don't have to start over. But if you've got a mindset that you're starting over, that's the first problem right there. If you know that you're selling yourself, you are never, ever, ever starting over. You are only getting better. Think about it. If you are selling yourself over and over, you are the only thing there is to get better. And so that's where the job lies. So we all say that our businesses are our products, or the solutions we bring to people. The best thing we can bring to anybody is this feeling inside that they make great choices. So when somebody sees you selling yourself well, and they see the choices you're making, they're inspired to make their choices. And only then is there really an open conversation about what your product brings. Now, I know that sounds a little esoteric. That's okay. Because it's something that lives within you. It's always that there's a way open. There's a way open. So people have talked about positive thinking. I'm going to shift that to way open. What's the way open for you? So when people have choice, it's a way open. And so I'm going to bring that into my conversation more and more when people are frustrated and stressed around what they're doing. Is what is your way open? Because believe it or not, the minute I ask that question, I bet you 2 or 3 of you you'll come up with 2 to 3 thoughts. This could be this, could be this. Good. Now you're on the upside of the problem and the challenge. So why am I talking about the way open today? I just still see people trying to put themselves into a box. And I think we all need to own that we were not born into a box, but our life experiences may have started helping us see that maybe we should be in a box, but there are no shoulds and there are no boxes. The package you came with is your package. So you want to learn to sell you. And if you're not too sure what that means, then I want you to get a hold of me. Use my link, successwithmarla.com. Set yourself a half-hour session with me, and let's figure out where we can start so that you can sell you better. And then whatever you put your hands on, it's going to be your way open. It's going to work because you are your only way open. So if you're not selling you first, no matter what the thing is. And so do you have to have a personality to sell you? Yeah, but what is a personality? It's not a stage person. It doesn't have to be a Tony Robbins. It doesn't have to be, it just has to be something genuine that comes from within you. When people see you differently than they see others, then you're a personality. And of course, you want to be on the way open side, not the way closed side, because there's a lot of conversations that people will find it hard to stay in conversation with you about if you're playing on the negative side of the game. But we all know that. So every adversity brings us an advantage. And when you're selling you and you begin to have more and more of those experiences where that was an adversity, but you now have made it an advantage, you've found the way open, you become more attractive to others. So just think about this. This is a lot today. In fact, I got to go get this script and I've got to work from this to write it out, because this whole conversation about being way open is a powerful conversation. And it so takes it out of all the conversations we're having nowadays around the visions and the dreams. If you don't have the character to be way open, then that's where we start, right? It's not therapy. This is the plan to sell you, and then you sell yourself on others when you show them that you are way open. I'll talk to you tomorrow around 8:30 Mountain Time. Bye-bye.